Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hey, if you're new here, it's totally free to subscribe. Hit the like button for post notifications. And yeah, it's going to do an update on Sora, both Sora and Titanx. All right, so Sora right now, we got it at, we've been looking kind of, it's been in the downtrend for the last week and a half, ever since it did that major pump a few weeks back. Um, but since then, I've added to the dips and everything. Um, Despite all that, we're still holding at 14 zeros. I think the bottom for the bottom is 14 zeros, uh, 21 is the bottom. No, excuse me, no, 14 zeros, 18 is around the bottom. I think that's the low where it's gotten to about 14 zeros, 18. So yeah, but anyways, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button for post notifications. That way you can see more crypto updates like these. First of all, before we get started, man, let's see what's going on with Bitcoin and ETH. All right, we got Bitcoin currently at 94,776. We got Ethereum at 1,800. We got XRP at 228. I know the news broke yesterday about the XRP ETF. I guess they were saying Brazil or something like that. I'm not sure if it's here in the US, but there is um, an XRP ETF. That's the beauty of crypto. Some countries they can choose to do what they want. The fact that they got their ETF already in Brazil, that's a good thing. And we know that Brazil is already a crypto friendly country. So that's a good thing. They're already a crypto friendly country. Um, so yeah, shouts out to Brazil. They've already had regulations in place and clarity way before the U.S. Which is kind of sad. It took the U.S. this long for us to start to get clarity. Crypto clarity and regulations and stuff like that. It had to take Donald Trump to get in office. For that to happen, which is it's kind of sad. But at least we're heading in the right direction now. We're definitely heading in the right direction. Um, I think they got a new chair in the SEC that's pro crypto. So uh, they get the ball rolling. We definitely got to get the ball rolling. With this fourth industrial revolution with crypto and digital assets and real world assets, RWAs and Web3, AI and all that. This is where everything is going now. But yeah, things is looking good. Bitcoin has been trading sideways between 94 to 95,000 for the last few days, but it's still up 5% for the 1 week, and we got ETH up 10% for the 7 day. All right, so back to Sora. We got Sora, 14 zeros 21. I'm still holding. Um, I'm holding a lot more coins than I was holding before from a few weeks back. When we got that initial pump. I know some people took profits. When we hit 13 zeros about 3 weeks ago, what was that 2.5, 3 weeks ago? We hit 13 zeros. But I decided not to take profits in case if we kept going, but we didn't. That's how it goes in crypto sometimes. I was talking about this with one of my Patreon members. You know, um, one of my Patreon members was talking about Sora, how damn man, we should have probably took profits at 13 zeros. But that's how it goes sometimes. In crypto, you never want to get greedy, but we was talking about how even though we didn't take profits when we hit that 13 zeros, because we was up pretty nice, even and we've dipped the system, but we're still up in profits. Despite that, we're still in the green for Sora. Sora, this is still my in my portfolio. This is my biggest position in my portfolio. After that big 3,000% pump, several weeks back, and then since then we dipped all the way down we went from 13 zeros. We went from 13 zeros, 11, 12, all the way back down to 14 zeros, 18. So yeah, that was a pretty good dip. But I believe our next major pump for Sora, if we do have another major pump here soon, maybe, I believe we could blow past that 13 zeros and break that resistance. And I can't speak for nobody else, but me, I'm going to be up in profits pretty nice because I've been buying the dips over the last like week and a half. I've been picking up the dips with Sora. So now I'm just going to wait for it to come back up. I don't think now I'm going to pick up any more dips because I've bought like I can't even count how many dips I've bought with Sora now over the last ever since we came all the way back down into the 14 zeros 20s. But yeah, anyways, a lot of people still have a lot of questions about Sora. A lot of people still fudding us saying it's a scam and all that. But just know they're definitely working behind the scenes. um, doing their monetary system on blockchain. We already know they got their debit card. They got their debit card own debit card, and eventually it's going to get to more countries with their debit card. They already got their own wallet. So yeah, I believe this project does have a future. Hey, none of this is financial advice. Hey, I only can tell you what I'm doing. I'm still invested in Sora. I'm holding my 300 quadrillion strong. A couple of my subscribers is holding like in the cotillions, like 1 or 2 or 3 cotillion, which is huge. You know, um, and I know that Sora they're talking about doing a whole repackaging thing. That's one thing. I think they're going to vote on it, whether they're going to do a repackaging thing where they're going to. I guess with the repackaging, it won't show like all these zeros with the repackaging. It's something like that. Or when you like go off the network or convert it to another crypto. It's something like that down the lines. I'm not too technical on it, but they're going to be voting on a repackaging thing with Sora. So we're going to see what happens with that. But the repackaging is not supposed to affect the price, the dollar amount. The dollar amount stays the same, you know, the dollar amount. So whatever your dollar amount with Sora stays the same with the repackaging. I guess the whole repackaging thing is supposed to help attract new investors because like I said, because they know that the current tokenomics is pretty outrageous, with their tokenomics or whatever. So they're trying to make it more presentable, I guess, or something like that down the lines. They want to make it their tokenomics look more presentable, but it doesn't affect the price or the dollar, the fiat amount of it, or whatever. From what I've read, that's from what I've read. Definitely do your due diligence and do your own research and go to their X. They posted on their X last week. All the information is there. Never rely on a crypto YouTuber to get all the information for you. That's one thing I stress. Every crypto investor should do their own research and read up on stuff. If it looks good to you, go for it. If it doesn't, hey, always go with your gut in crypto. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's how it goes. Never just 100% follow what a crypto YouTuber says, including me. Always go, you know, because a lot of information I get it as I go. There is no perfect crypto YouTuber out there. There is no expert. We're not financial advisors. Most of this was based on our opinions of what we feel. Because sometimes we could be right about things sometimes, but sometimes we can also be wrong. You know what I mean? But hey, that's how it goes. But anyways, guys, next up is Titanx, man. Titanx. I've been covering this coin off and on for the last couple of months. Yesterday in the live stream, Titanx was on the thumbnail that yesterday during the live stream, and now we're finally breaking out with Titanx, man. Titanx, we're finally breaking. We're up 63% for the week, 36 for the month, and we're up 30% for the day. We're at 1.7% for the 1 hour. So now we're at 6 zeros, 1891. We're looking good, man. And the thing about Titanx, and this is proof in the pudding right here. Every coin don't need a exchange listings. Just because a coin don't have exchange listings doesn't mean it can't pump. I've seen coins without exchange listings go parabolic. Just in case if you didn't know. So Titanx don't have no exchange listings really, but you can swap it on ETH, like on Coinbase wallet or whatever wallet you use. So yeah, man, Titanx, um, is gonna be a banger. Like I said, this is another crypto that was beat up in an all-time chart. Like I said, this is what I like finding, man. I got in Titanx knowing when I looked at that all-time chart, I was like, okay, this coin is way oversold. So this would be definitely a good opportunity to get in. It's now down 92% for the all-time chart. I believe when I got in, it was down about 95% in the all-time chart. So look, it came out back in 2023. It came out back in October 2023, and I think it was at what 5 zeros. It's high, it looked like its high was 5073. Yeah, 50739 was his tops back in, but that was when it came out. Then after that, the price crashed. It went all the way to 6 zeros or early fives. So yeah, man, I believe that Titan X is gonna another low cap utility that's gonna turn heads. They got a good burning system in place. That's another thing I like about Titanx. They got a very good burning system. Um, and I kind of like the technology behind it, what they're doing with this. And I'm definitely holding this long term by the end of 2025. I don't know, man. I believe that Titanx, I don't know. I believe that we could possibly even lose up to three zeros with this, with Titanx. I believe we could possibly even lose three zeros. And that's going to be some life changing gains, for us to lose three zeros. I'll say we could probably, I could see this coin doing a 2 to 300x possibly, but 100x at the very least. I believe that Titanx is going to do it because the coin came out back in 2023. So this coin never been through an actual 4 year cycle. So it came out during that time. That was 2023. That was about the end of the bear market, the end of the last bear market that we had, you know. And after that, it crashed. But now I think this coin it follows Bitcoin and ETH because I know because you can swap it on ETH, but I just like what they're doing. I just like the the technology behind this. They have a good burning system. Definitely, a lot of things going on here with the. Let me see here. Yeah, I read about this before. Yeah, a lot of information on here. With Titanx. Says the technology behind Titan X is fascinating blend of blockchain innovation and real world applications. At its core, Titan X operates on a blockchain that leverages virtual mining processes that allows users to participate in the network without the need for physical mining hardware. This method is not only energy efficient, but also democratizes access to mining by lowering the barrier to entry. All right, then it says one of the standout features of Titan X is its proof of burn mechanism, which involves 62% buy and burn rate. This means that 62% of the tokens used in the transactions are permanently removed from circulation. Nice. That is nice. I'll say this. I'll say that Titan X has one of the best burning mechanisms in crypto. You know, I'll definitely give it one of the best. And then it says effectively reducing the total supply over time. The deflationary model can potentially increase the value of the remaining tokens, benefiting long term holders. Okay, the buy and burn process is transparent and verifiable on the blockchain, ensuring trust and security within a community. All right, and it says security is a paramount concern for any blockchain, and Titanx addresses this through several layers of protection. So they're using several layers of protection for their security. That's pretty good. All right, because in blockchain and all that, you got to have good security. You don't want your network blockchain getting hacked into and all that. So it's always good to have multiple layers, like up to 3 to 4 layers of security. So yeah, the blockchain employs advanced cryptographic techniques to secure transactions and prevent double spending. Additionally, the decentralized nature of the blockchain makes it resistant to attacks from bad actors. All right. Each transaction is validated by multiple nodes in the network, making it exceedingly difficult for any single entity to manipulate the ledger. All right. So, yeah, man, they got it going on over here. They got good security. They got a good burning mechanism, what they're doing. Yeah, man, Titan X. That's why I'm bullish on Titan X. You know, this is definitely a crypto that's being overlooked. I'm glad I got in when I got in. I know it was trading sideways for a good while, but I just saw the potential in this project for Titan X. We are looking good, and we are headed in the right direction. With Titan. But anyways, guys, thanks everybody for tuning into the channel. I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna go live in about um, give me about 45 minutes. It's 7 a.m. right now as I make this content, 7 a.m. Pacific West Coast time. I'm gonna try to go live between 30 to 45 minutes. Just gotta go shower and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna be going live here in about 35, 45 minutes at the most. I'll be going live, with the live stream. But anyways, yeah, man. Um, let's see here, Titan X, Sora. Oh, by the way, if you'd like to be part of the Patreon. The link is going to be in the description. Definitely come join the Patreon. I got more back-to-back content over here with low cap gems that no other crypto content creators is talking about. We have a 24/7 chat group here. Also, hey, what else you can also do on Patreon? You can message me directly on Patreon. 24/7. Like I said, was having a conversation yesterday. uh, one of our Patreon members, he DM me, so you can DM me whatever if you want to have a better one-on-one connection with me. Definitely get over here to the Patreon, man, because I can't answer all your questions on the live stream or when you ask me a question, like when I drop a video. I get busy sometimes. That's why I say you got to get over to the Patreon, man. We got our chat group, and that'll give you 100% access to all my other content over here. Only 15 bucks, man. Hey, man, you can't beat that, man. 15 bucks for the Patreon. Um, I'm one of the only few crypto content creators that have the Patreon for that price, $15. Same price as a Happy Meal or a combo meal, man. Definitely get over here to the Patreon. You're missing out. But if not, oh well, no hard feelings. It is what it is. Some people, especially if you're new to crypto, hey, it's good to be part of a community, a good community over here. Definitely good to be part of a good, like-minded community. But anyways, that link is going to be at the bottom left. Or if you'd like to donate to the channel, PayPal, Venmo will be in the description as well. But anyways, I'm getting out of here. See you guys on the live stream. Let's go Sora and let's go Titanx. Alrighty. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.